You pull away from general entertainment, though, under this new guise, where you're trying to obviously save some money?
Look, I like general entertainment in the sense that there's a lot of quality there, and in fact, we make a lot. The Bear is a great example of that, or Old Man. What FX makes for us, what Searchlight makes for us, you just look at the Academy Awards.
Yeah.
We want to curate that more aggressively. When I say that, that's primarily because in order for us to be more profitable as a company in this business, we have to reduce our expenses. We talked about that yesterday. In order to do that, you have to make some choices. I happen to believe because general entertainment is not as differentiated. And look, there are 7 or 8 platforms in the streaming business alone that are in general entertainment. That's a tough business to be in competitively. And it's not our strongest suit.
But do you worry about churn going up as a result of not providing perhaps as broad an array of programming?
Well, I think there's a way to balance that. We're going to lean even more into Disney and Marvel and Pixar and Star Wars and Avatar, of course. And we've had higher returns on those businesses over the years anyway, so that makes a lot of sense. Adding to that, augmenting that with some form of, I'll call it more curated general entertainment is what we would likely do.
Yesterday, you talked about, sorry for all my different notes here, $3 billion in non-sports content
You get to take
cuts.
notes. I don't have to get
You just have to give me the answers. That's all you get to do. $3 billion in non-sports content cuts. So that's a lot. What is that? Where does those cuts come from, and how do you maintain quality when you're cutting $3 billion in non-sports content?
We can achieve that. I'm confident of that. First of all, I talked about volume, some in general entertainment. We have to look really hard at how much we've made and what's really worked. And now that we are even more focused on delivering profitability, we have to be, I think, more discerning in terms of basically what we say yes to. In addition, technology is interesting as a tool in, I'll call it the creator's hands or the artist's hands, extremely powerful. You look at what Jim Cameron's been able to do with technology and Avatar, what Pixar's been able to do over the years, special effects by Marvel. When you see Ant-Man, you'll be blown away by it, for instance. That's great because we're adding more quality to the screen. It's also added a lot of expense. And I think we have an opportunity to really look at what it cost us to produce everything and reduce, particularly in not only a more challenging time, but in a time where we owe our shareholders better returns on that business.
Yeah. Well, then when you said, though, for example, that linear channels and movie theaters can provide monetization capability, again, to this point, are you going back to the older model where you're actually going to produce things for other distribution models, other distribution schemes? Is that something that perhaps should never have been pushed aside?
Look, I think we've all, including me, spent a lot of time in the last 4 years essentially writing the obituary of sorts of linear television. I plead guilty to that. And movies. Now, movies had significant displacement because of the pandemic. But recent data will show you, or recent experience will show you that those platforms are not gone. They actually still are somewhat relevant. Avatar, over $2.1 billion in global sales, $1 billion. That's from a legacy platform. So it says to us that, maybe we were leaning a little bit away from that too much. Now, again, a lot of it was done because of the pandemic. Now that people are going back to movie theaters, I think we have to look carefully at how we're bringing movies to market with an eye toward still using what is a valuable platform for this company. Same thing in linear TV. We can put programming on ABC and on FX and on the Disney Channel and on our streaming service and have a completely different, attract a completely unduplicated audience. So we're going to use those platforms. I'm not suggesting that linear television is not imperiled. I think it is. No, I think it is. The numbers speak. We talked about that yesterday.
You're down 5% in revenues in the linear cable business.
Right.
16% in earnings. Obviously, I assume there's fewer ESPN subs this quarter than there were last quarter or last year.
Well, I don't know about this quarter, by the way.
Year over year, though.
We know where it's going. Recent sub experience at ESPN has been fairly decent. But yes, it's gone down since we started. Of course. You started interviewing me. It's gone down.
We've had this conversation for a very long time.
But it's still profitable. It's still important. And look, I think.
And you're not going to get ESPN. You're not going to spin it off. You made that very clear yesterday.
I did.
You see it as a part of this company.
I do.
And yet, do you see
by the way, as long as it continues to be profitable, and it too needs to find a path that basically enables it to continue to deliver the kind of results that we'd like it to deliver.
Well, you said you're going to